Nickname was Precious, and yes, it's because Gino never yelled at her.
Nah, she was the future of the motherfucker program.
Plus, Nykesha was better than all of them. That's why they were jealous. So they can say all they want, but that was the bottom line.
I know.
She was better than all of them.
I know ball.
So
this damn footage, goodness gracious. They filmed this with an avocado.
Believe me when I say I'ma pull up when the stage drops. Believe me when I say she don't look good. Believe me.
Yo, what it is, TDC, your boy Srotonn here, but you can call me Tone. Hey, listen. All right, we're going to continue it, man. Setting the standard. We really liked the first episode. The first one would explain Rebecca Lobo, her big part in being like, oh, we can bring great, people here. So start with Rebecca Lobo, and then they had the two, I forgot their names, but they had the two players who really started to win. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win much, but they started to win. So, but let's get to it. Episode 2.
tournament the previous 2 years, all of a sudden now the pressure was on. By the time we got to 1994, all the ones that went to the Final Four in 91 were gone. But because we hadn't had any success in the NCAA
Final Four, that's what it was.
2 years, all of a sudden now the pressure was on.
Losing to North Carolina at Rutgers that year to end our season, it was devastating. I just remember how lousy that felt.
They just beat us up physically. They were stronger than us.
81.
They were mentally stronger. They just crushed us. And I can remember that being like this sort of crushing defeat that really fueled us all summer.
I think getting to the Final 8 that year kind of reintroduced us to the world. And that set everything up for the national championship game the following year, the whole season.
UConn has won the national championship.
95, man. That's a great year. That's a great year right there, man. That's a great year, you feel me?
Connecticut is perfect. Number 7 for the UConn Huskies. 89 consecutive wins, more than anyone in college basketball Division I history.
The dynasty.
That's a lot. 89.
Win number 1,000.
Coming off the 94 season
93
where
to 99.
we lost a heartbreaker against UNC to go to the Final Four, we entered the next season with very high expectations. Part of that reason is because we were bringing in a freshman, Nykesha Sales, who was going to give us that big guard that we were missing on the perimeter.
Nykesha is the
Nykesha
original
Sales? Okay, I
Precious.
don't know ball.
Yes, Nykesha's nickname was Precious, and yes, it's because Gino never yelled at her. He still continued to yell at me, and especially Kara and Jen, and pretty much everybody except for Nykesha.
Yeah, that's what they say, right? But here's the reason why. She was a freshman,
If I say he lied, if I say he's out here. Oh, he about to explain.
so she didn't know any better. The other guys have been there for a while, and they should know better. So whenever they did something stupid, I got really mad at them. Nykesha was a freshman. She didn't have the luxury of knowing.
He said that was because you guys should know better. You were older.
Which is fair.
Nah, she was the future of the motherfucking program. That's what it was. She was the future of the program. And you know what? Good business protocol. I feel you.
Fair, but he yelled at me a lot my freshman year, so it's not like he doesn't yell at freshmen, he yells at freshmen.
Plus, Nykesha was better than all of them. That's why they were jealous. So they can say all they want, but that was the bottom line.
I know.
She was better than all of them.
I know ball.
And so they should just be
You ain't got a lot of
quiet.
me.
Simply put, it doesn't get any better than this in college
You ain't got a lot of me. I know
sellout
ball.
Crowd, top-ranked Tennessee and number 2 Connecticut.
It's a game that we'll always remember. I hope somebody makes a 3 at the buzzer and win it. And I really don't care which way it goes, just because that's the kind of game I want to be in today.
The ESPN people approached me and said, do you want to play a game on?
This is so both teams. I love games like this because both teams are undefeated. Both teams got something to lose. Somebody got to leave this game with an L. Somebody has to. And I love games like this, dog. Like, because you really see people really play to like an extent that they've never played before.
Day. And I said, sure. And they were looking for an opponent. And I want to say Tennessee may have been the third opponent that they approached, because the first couple said no, for whatever reason, which I don't understand. then it was like, well, we're going to ask Tennessee, are you
They
okay
want to
with
get
that? So
whooped.
absolutely.
Playing Tennessee in 1995 was the pinnacle, right? They were the standard to which we were all trying to reach. The type of personality we had was like, bring it on. Like, we want to play the best.
They were big and they pressed. It was a measuring stick at that point. Like, how far had we come and could we compete with the best? Probably one of the most amazing experiences I've had as a coach, just that environment.
First,
That's good. Bro, you gotta love when your team ready to
house, I think.
Ready to go
I'll
against the
never
best.
forget how loud the building was. That Gino was standing 2 feet from me on the bench. I'm sitting down in my seat. He's standing 2 feet from me and he's trying to talk. And I can't hear what he's saying. I'm like, Gee, what are you saying? Like, turn and look at me. Like, I had to read his lips. This building was electric. It was so loud. Couldn't hear a thing.
Not only was every seat filled, but the energy in the crowd
That's
was
an amazing,
next level.
amazing.
I
Well, I
also
like
remember
that
getting into
sweater.
foul trouble, which seemed to be my theme against Tennessee.
I still
Damn,
got
3
field
of
house
them.
in my head. I still got like 12 fans. Were others receiving votes was cool.
Quickly to Berube. That is a
This damn footage. Goodness gracious. They filmed this bitch with an avocado.
largest lead of the game.
Now they're holding the poll for us. ESPN is televising the game. It's 1-2. This is Tennessee, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
Did they end up winning? Bang!
15 points. This game is going to be big. If they're able to pull this out, this will cement in their minds the fact that they belong here.
The game was really close and went down to the last minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
It will be official.
Let's go.
Later in the day, Connecticut.
They still was trying to trap.
For the first time in school history, they have defeated the previously unbeaten Tennessee Lady Vols.
They had to beg people to leave. I remember a half hour, 45 minutes after the game.
Damn.
No one wanted to leave. Nothing was the same after that for UConn basketball. Nothing.
And I love how you can pinpoint exactly when things change, right? What's the turnaround? When did UConn become UConn? You know, because for me, I've always known that the top women's college basketball team is UConn. I've always known that. But at some point, it wasn't. And now I can see, now I have that knowledge to be like, you know what I'm saying? This game against Tennessee, was it 95? Yeah. This was the moment. This was the moment that changed everything for Gino and that team.
Connecticut will go to 24
And that program.
on the season. 103-56 in the final.
St. John. St. John and UConn. Boy, UConn be beating the dog shit out of St. John, bro. I've never seen them not beat them. This shit is crazy.
Regular season home game for the UConn Huskies. And with the victory, they clinch the Big East regular season championship.
Poor St. John,
What we
man.
remember most about this night?
The fact that we won the Big East championship on our home court, our last regular season game, and it's just unbelievable. Look at all these people.
Look at
We
these
were getting a
people.
ton of attention that year because we were undefeated. That hadn't been done since 1986. As we were approaching the NCAA
Almost
tournament,
10 years
the coaches did a
before.
great job of keeping us really focused on the moment, on the day, whether it was a practice or a game, and then got swept up in all of it. You know, the amazing game here against Virginia in the regional final.
You know, I had been at UVA, obviously, and now they came up and we're playing them in the Final 8 game, and we're down at halftime. And Jen and Jamel really took over the locker room at that point. And then when we came back out, you know, we win the game.
And the dream season continues.
Damn, 63-67.
And still undefeated team in the country.
So UVA used to be like
We
that.
wanted the kids to enjoy it, but it was really important that we didn't make just getting there the goal, because that's what we kind of did in 91. We were sort of just happy to be there, and we missed an opportunity. So with this one, the object is to win.
Facts. It's cool to be in that moment, man. But man, we just won the Elite Eight. Yes. What about the Final Four? What about the championship? It's cool. I don't know, man. And maybe that's just might be a bad trait for some people, but it's cool to get there, man. What about I should want to look forward to winning it all. I should want to look forward to that.
And so here we are playing Stanford in the semifinals going, all right, this is Stanford. And we played as well as we could play. I remember Kara played great.
But they lost?
And we beat them pretty good.
And Kara was incredible.
This is the year they won. What am I talking about?
By 30 or something like that.
Kara had a monster performance in that we beat them really handily, which was super gratifying because they had beaten us my sophomore year, I think my freshman year as well.
The final score.
That's a good feeling too.
UConn 87
a team that kept beating you.
Then even after the game, the Stanford coach said, I don't think they're going to beat Tennessee. Now, can you imagine that? Like, we just beat your team by 30 and you think we're going to lose tomorrow. Like, that shows a little lack of respect that people have for us. Or for me, anyway. It might have been personal.
And then, of course, the next day at noon, the national championship game. I remember I wasn't able to sleep much the night before. Against Tennessee again, I remember that Jen was furious during warm-ups because they were stretching on our side of the court.
They were trying to intimidate us, and there wasn't going to be any intimidating Jamel or Jen.
So we came out to do our warm-up, and they were stretching around the center court circle. So half their team, as you can imagine, was sitting on our half of the court. So I kindly asked them to move, and they wouldn't. So I went over to the scorer's table and I said, you need to get them off our side of the court. Those were the kinds of things that
I'm fucking with her. Was it Jamel? I saw she was she might have been Italian too. So y'all know how they get down. What's my dog name? I'm about to look it up now. Shout out to her though.
I would use to like rally our team. Like, they don't even respect us. They're sitting on our side of the court like they own it. My team knew that I would get them off our side of the court, and I did.
Of course.
And we have a foul underneath.
You should have swung on him.
That is the third on Rebecca Lobo with 12:50 to play in the first half. Gino's going to have to get her out of there.
Well, Rebecca is
being
a
in foul trouble
champion
at halftime, but Coach Orema basically coming in and saying, you know, we're down 6. And some of our key pieces barely got to play that first half because of foul trouble. And then the second half just being personally felt like kind of in a zone where things were working for me.
It was like the moment she was made for, right? It was, I'm the national player of the year and I'm going to put the team on my back and make sure we win.
And then I distinctly remember, you know, being at the free throw line, looking up at the scoreboard, realizing in my head, they can't win this game. Tennessee is mathematically impossible for them to win this game, and then sort of the euphoria of all of it after that.
And Jen was spectacular. Jamel was spectacular.
Okay.
Nykesha played point guard for the first time in her life, and we're national champions. And it was the craziest day of our lives.
And I remember Rebecca running around, and the coaches, Tanya, Megan, Cass, and myself, just hugging. And I wore my lucky green dress. It never let me down.
She must wear that all the time. I'm about to look it up if she wear it in all the championships. Damn, she close. I would have been like, hey, I know you excited, but you gotta let my face go, gang. You gotta relax.
Rebecca took that program from, we made the Final Four to a national powerhouse.
Yeah.
Regardless of how well she played in that national championship game, how great she was as a leader and a person is what makes her a UConn legend.
I mean, this is just a picture-perfect way of someone in their career. We're undefeated, we're national champions, and I did it with people I love.
Nothing better. Well, I like this picture. This is dope. This is a 90s picture, boy. I love it.
Winning a national championship changes a lot. It opens doors from a recruiting perspective that we just didn't have before that. So when you open up the entire country, it's like your eyes get real big.
Nah,
and
everybody want to go there.
To have to remember what got us there. If we're going to go all the way to California or to Oklahoma, they had to be the same kinds of kids that fit Connecticut, that wanted to play for coach, that were unselfish. We recruited 2 kids from Oklahoma, Stacey Hansmeyer and Paige Sauer, and that was a big help. They were 2 post players. And then the following class, we were able to bring in 5 players. Sue Bird, Kirsten Walters, Asia Jones, Swin Cash, and Tamika Williams. It was probably the first large class that we brought in that the players were highly ranked. And we were really excited about what we thought the possibilities could be that following year.
I can't wait to watch the next one. I can't watch this the Sue Bird era, if you want to call it that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, but if you want to call it that, the Sue Bird era, man. But this is dope. Shout out to Rebecca Lobos. Like I said before, I don't know if I even said this or maybe I didn't, but like it was cool seeing her like being the person to start it off. It has to be cool to be that person to start it off, right? Like you're like, damn, I started all this shit, you know. And then it took her 4 years, right? 4 or 5 years to get a championship. Can't give up. Can't give up. But I think that's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Till next time. I'm out.